senior, number 3, Jackson Fender. At forward, 6'2" senior, number 10. And the head coach of the Fighting Cardinals is Jeff Waldo.
Congratulations on the victory, Coach. I'd like to begin the media conference by getting your impressions of the game in general, and then we'll open it up for questions from the media. Go ahead with your opening statements, please.
It was a tough game. It was one that we had spurts where we played extremely well, and then there was times during the game where we had numerous possessions that were not very good. Some of that had to do with how we were playing it, but the other part was they were a very good team. Their defense was tough. They forced 10 steals, which we knew that was one of their strengths. But in the end, the guys pulled together and we were able to get the win.
Hey, Coach, we'll open it up here and start with Carl for
Coach and the players, can you talk about what was very evident to me was the physicality that you play with, and especially you mentioned or talk about that at length. I mean, to me it seemed like it was really something that set tempo and that they had to adjust to in some ways as well. Can you talk about that? Is that something you guys take pride in and having control in the paint?
Yes, these guys have been playing together since 3rd grade. And they are a tough group, very competitive around the basket. It's one that plays really good defense, and offensively we want to get physical and get to the basket. So yes, it was good to see that they let us play.
Yeah, I think we came into this game knowing that they're going to be a physical team. We watched a lot of film on them, watched them last game versus Wazeeka. I knew that they were a very physical team all around, down low. They're big guys, small guys, everyone. We knew that we were going to have mismatches. Like, we got some smaller guys too that come into our lineup, and we knew that we had to help off the ball. We had to crash the boards really hard, and I think we did a good job of that today.
Coach Kobe, Zaleski Sports. Coach, You guys got off to a pretty early lead in this one. I guess, how did you prepare your guys to play on a stage as big as this one here at the Kohl Center?
We just went through this week just like any normal week. But it did help that we practiced on some bigger courts, but in the end, we wanted to just stay to who we were and focus on what we like to do. And that got us really off to a good start. So that was important.
One in the back.
Coach, and I'd love to hear from the players as well. You guys go off to the 17-3 lead, and it feels like you guys are comfortable, and then you guys had that cold stretch in the first half. What do you guys have to do to break out of that cold stretch? Because it felt like you guys were just trying to buy a bucket and it couldn't go in. I mean, well, what can you do in those moments?
We need to be a little bit more patient. I thought we went out of what we like to do. We started to force the ball a little bit. We didn't make the extra pass, and but in the end, it was important that we pulled it together late in the first half, and we had a nice little run to separate a little bit, and that was because of these guys here, Eli and Isaac and the rest of the guys.
Yeah, I'll touch on that too. I mean, we talk about pregame, like all guys in the courts have to think of it as one mind, and I think we really were clicking when we went up to that 17-3 lead, and after that they hit a shot or two, there was a timeout or something that kind of got us off rhythm. But we as like a senior class, I don't know if there's anyone else that played other than seniors at the end, but when we play together, I don't think there's many teams that are better than us, but when we stay together, we play tremendous. Like, you think you can tell, like, there's certain times when we're all locked in, and there's certain times when, there's one person's off, and that kind of messes with the whole group, so.
Yeah, and along with that, you can probably tell that we like to play fast when we're playing basketball, so that's kind of what we started off doing. But then Royall did a great job of slowing us down after we got up to that lead, and they were the ones hitting the shots there. But then we just kind of went back to what we were doing, pushed the ball, and then we started to knock down some shots.
Isaac, talk about those free throws late in the game. Free throws and rebounds really kind of decide things, and you went 10 of 11 from the line. What was going through your head stepping to the shred, knowing that you can really ice a game and send your team to championship Saturday?
Yeah, no, that's what we do every day in practice, is work on free throws and do them with like punishment. So if you miss in practice, maybe run a ladder or two after that. So just every day shooting in practice, guys prepared for that.
Hey guys, especially Eli and Isaac, how much confidence do you have going into tomorrow, knowing you didn't play the game that you wanted to play today, probably didn't play as well as you thought you were capable of, and yet you were still able to grind it out and get a win? How much confidence does that give you going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think both of us here, I think we're both, whenever in our team plays confident, we're at our best. And today there were certain times when everyone could tell we weren't the most confident. So I think that we're all going to kind of talk, and like our pregame speeches are maybe going to be a little different, and we're going to make sure that we're confident at all times, and that's when we're really at our best. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge confidence boost to win today, knowing that we didn't play our best, especially when a guy like Mason, who's phenomenal, he scores around 25 a game, and we are able to come out with a win when he only scores 8. And we know that that's going to fuel him tomorrow, and he's going to be at his best for us tomorrow.
Kind of going off of that, I know that you guys, this wasn't a typical Newman game. Y'all like the offense, you like to go fast, and you like to get high-scoring games going in your favor. What does this say about the senior class that you were able to adapt? That was kind of the word that stood out in my mind, was adaptability, that you guys could get out of your element and play a game that needed to be played.
That was the key to the game. The moments that weren't so well, these guys pulled together on defense and put in the extra effort to make sure that the other team didn't score. And like I said, when the shot went up, we had 5 guys going to the basket because we knew that we needed the ball, and then obviously come down and set up and run some offense on our end.
Yeah, one of the things too is, this is obviously a big arena. We haven't played in anything like this. We played at Concordia earlier this year, but it's really nothing like the Kohl Center. And I think it's good to get that first game under our belt now that, we know what it's like here. I think one of the big things that we all talked about is just focus on the game. The surrounding doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what's on the court. So I think we're going to focus on that a lot tomorrow.
Isaac, I know 10 of your points came from the free throw line, but 25 points at the Kohl Center. What does that performance mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, that's why all summer and all spring I put in work for basketball, so it means a lot to be able to do it on the biggest stage, and hopefully I can do something like that tomorrow as well.
Eli, you were part of the state title team for 8-man football this past fall. How just driven are you, Connor, and the other guys that were part of that run to try and bring home the second gold ball?
Yeah, there was really no feeling like it. I mean, when you're holding up that gold ball, there's really not a better feeling in the world. And to do that again with a different group of guys, and I think we've been playing basketball longer than playing football. And this group of guys especially, we've been so tight knit. We're so tight on the court, off the court. I think just to hold that gold ball up with this group of guys would feel immaculate. It'd feel insane.
Just one quick last one for me here. You guys did win the gold ball in football. We talked last week about how you guys wanted the gold ball so badly for basketball. Being on this stage, you guys have been dreaming of this moment since 3rd grade. Was it everything that you wanted it to be?
It really was. I mean, right when I walked into the stadium, we came in here about 7:30 this morning and came out in the court at about 7:40, and we actually, a couple of us, we went out again because we wanted to go walk around the court, and we actually got kicked off the court because we weren't supposed to be out there again. But it was just a great, I mean, we're there's no one in the stadium in here. It's a great feeling. Just the smells, the feels, just everything. It was just great. It's like, I've been to many Badger games, and it's such a great feeling to be on this court and to be able to play a game, and now that I get another one, it's going to be even better. So.
Yeah, one of the coolest things that I think about playing sports in high school is that people pay to come and watch you play basketball. So I guess just having so many people here, that's been the coolest thing so far.
And it's great to have these two guys and the rest of that senior class for one more game so that we can get our goal of reaching and get the gold ball.
Yeah, I want to touch on one more thing too. Like, the things that makes a lot of our games so special has been our fan base. Like, I could hear our fans yelling the whole game. I mean, it's such a big stadium and it's hard to make some noise in here, but they really did a good job of that, and that really catches us when we're down. I mean, there's timeouts and we're all kind of mad at each other, but the student section, they're chanting, they're having fun. That really brings us up.
That's all the time we have. Thank you for coming in.